Hi, I'm Luca, and I'm going to be doing my task for evaluation, sort of talk through what sort of software I'm using, and like what I could do with it. So if we get started, as you see on the video, I'm going to be creating a new project, and click on a project, and I'll save my last project. So yeah, new project. If I go into create a composition, so it's 1080p, 25 frames a second, duration is 4 minutes, and with a black background as just a default color, like that. Then I'm going to go add, import multiple files, and I'm going to click on these two. I've got to click one here, and the box will come up again, and then I'll click another one. Now they're in my project tab up there, and what I all have to do now is drag and drop them onto the timeline. And there they show, they're the actual videos, but now I need to make it so they're not one on top of the others, because then the one that's on top is the only one that can be seen. So if I drag this one back, see, now you can see this one. And just so there, and that is putting two clips together as to make one sequence. Now what you see me doing, I'm going to do a bit of effects. So I'm going to do leave color on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demount, decolor everything, and then I'm going to pick the color picker and then pick a color, and then I'm going to put tolerance down, and it should leave everything that is that color I picked or similar to that color, leave it a tiny bit green. So as you see now, there you can see everything's in black and white apart from anything that's green. And this is pretty much the main process for making my video. If I turn it down, now look, if you look at the character sitting on the bench, he's totally black and white. But if you look at the green grass, it's green. But as he walks through the green grass, he still stays black and white because he is not green. That is how it works. It only picks up the green pixels, which I find is quite good. See, look, still in black and white, and he's over the green grass, so it's a good tool to use. Now what I'm going to do is create. Let's say this is the audio. This tells you like where that makes you control how loud the audio you have wants to be, and if you clicked on that waveform, it would show you the format of the wavelengths, but I'll go into that more later when I add the soundtrack. Now I'm going to transform and do a quick transition into the other clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the opacity all the way down to a 0, and then place it just before it ends, and then in that way it will fade to black as it will fade to the background default color that I set before. Now with the image video on top, I'll do the same, but I'll do from 0 to 100, so it looks like it's a fades in from black. So go to 100, and that's what I'm doing now is just setting keyframes. So in between those two keyframes, it will go from 100 to 0, and then in between the second two keyframes on the top video, it will go from 0 to 100, like so. Now what I'm going to do is going to add some effects onto the video that has just been transitioned onto this clip here. Now I'm just going to do some basic color correction. If I go into levels, there it is, levels. I'm going to make it so it's on this frame. So I clicked the wrong thing. Levels. There you go. And what this essentially does is changes the consistency, and just changes what the image looks like. So it can crush the blacks, or it could spread the whites. You can make it darker or lighter, which I'm doing now. What I'm doing is crushing the blacks and make it a little bit more grungy sort of look. I don't want it to see the difference between there and there. I don't want it too dark because you want to see something. But yeah, that looks about fine. It also gives it a little bit more definition, makes it look a bit more nicer. It gives it a little bit more quality because the white balance. Now what I'm clicking on there, if I didn't want the sound, I would click on the little speaker that was there. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a clip that I downloaded, MP3, just emotional sad music. It's just a default, just something I found on the internet. I'm going to drag that and I'm going to put it on the bottom. Now I'm going to go into that waveform that we talked about. So you go to audio and then waveform, and this shows you how big and how loud and how the bigger it is, the louder it is, the smaller it is, the quieter it is. I think I'll go for about there. It gives it a nice sound. You can hear everything, and that's pretty much how you can control. And you can actually keyframe it, so you can make it louder and you can make it quieter as well, which I think is quite good. So if I go back here, yeah, it seems about right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add it to the render queue. Because I have sound, I need to make sound available. So what I'm going to do the file type. So I'm going to do is H.264 because it compresses it as a good file to do. And now this is the audio. So I put it on automatic. So if there is any sort of audio, it will automatically pick it up. But if there isn't, it wouldn't. I'm going to name this After Effects Demo. There we go. And on desktop as a QuickTime.mov. I'm going to press render, and basically it renders that little white yellow line. Just is pretty much the loading thing. Okay, I've just skipped ahead now, and this is coming up to the end where it's just about to finish, and there you go, it's finished. And when it's finished, the file should have just saved onto my desktop. So if I minimize this, there it is at the top. There you go. Click on it, and this is the whole thing that we just worked on: color correction, transition, effects, all that thing, rendering, different file types. You could choose from that list, and yeah, I think it's a success, and there's a fade out, and yeah, there you go. That is basically it.